Vance, Maurice, kick it off and tell us a little bit about the growth of the company.
Well, yeah, Rach, West Shores Realty is a little bit different than most companies. We're actually a flat fee-based brokerage. And what that allows us to do is put more money back in our agents' pockets and really build our company up. That said, we've been experiencing some of the fastest growth in the Southern California area for the past couple of years. And I mean, it's an absolute behemoth as far as agent growth and retention and just keeping things moving the forward direction right now. And we're really excited about 2023 and what it's going to bring.
That's awesome. It sounds exciting. So tell me a little bit about, I started working with you guys a couple of years ago. Tell me what you first thought of the West Shores Realty app that HomeStack is built for you, and how you kind of built it into the fabric of what you do for your agents.
Sure. You want to jump in?
Yeah, so I guess, when I actually first signed with West Shores 2 years ago now, and the app was sort of being offered as like an add-on. Now we offer it to every single agent within the brokerage, so everyone has the opportunity to see how cool it is. And the very first thing that you notice is how user friendly it is, right? Like I know that there were probably maybe 6 months or so before I actually decided to opt into using the app, because at that point you had to decide that you wanted to use it. Now everyone has it.
Wow.
And so in the beginning, it was like, oh, like what was I doing? Like, why wasn't I using this in the beginning?
Yeah.
It's so user friendly for even like the most common person who are just hanging out, people who are not super tech savvy.
Yeah.
You're hanging out, using that thing, and you just become engulfed in it. Before you know it, you're scrolling. You look at 30, 40 houses and you're not even really looking at houses. So
yeah. Everybody's addicted to searching for real estate, right? It's fun.
Yeah, and what's nice, it looks, feels, and smells like other apps that people are used to. And what that gives us is the ability to have them transition very seamlessly, as opposed to kind of jumping in and having to learn a new competency on how to use this thing. It feels very much like the one they were using yesterday.
Yeah. So what do you think that your West Shores Realty app does differently than other apps, where it kind of maybe helps you stand out because it's branded to you, or some of the features?
Go ahead.
Here, for me, a couple things jump out right away. Number one, when I was with a former company years ago, and we had an app, but every agent had to buy their own app, and they were extremely expensive. They're like $3,000 to $5,000 to set the app up. So when we got here and it was $29 a month, it was like, oh my God, this is amazing to jump in and have that same core technology, but now we were able to build it into our own, and then we could brand it. It didn't change anything compared to what we were being offered at another company, $5,000. And recently what we did is we incorporated the $29 into the monthly fee for the agents, so they don't even feel it. Now every agent's using it.
Yeah.
Love it.
With the individual branding, and something that I was brought up just recently, actually Rachel, you brought this up, was the Privacy Act and the privacy within the app, that their information is not being shared with other sources, which is tremendous in today's world. And
I think that privacy is a huge hot button issue right now, just with people paying certain services to kind of clean up past issues that they've had, and nobody wants to be tracked anymore, and you want to feel that you can have that kind of more intimate relationship with your agent. You still want them to know where you're looking, what you're looking for, but still feel comfortable enough to kind of share some of your personal information.
Yeah, I mean, facts is fact. All these apps, everything out there is a distractionary tool to pull people away from what they're doing and into somebody else's orbit. And if I have my clients using someone else's app, all I can, facts is fact, all they're trying to do is get them to buy from them, not my app. And they're pulling them out. This keeps them in our orbit. It keeps us in communication, and it allows the client to feel very freely in their communication with us, which is great.
Well, that's easily one of the coolest things about the app is that it's like so specifically branded to the agent, right? So like, if you're gonna, schedule a request a showing or, contact an agent, it doesn't go to some, random person out there. You have no idea.
Who bought a zip code for $6,000?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, but like easily one of the dopest things about it is that like as soon as somebody requests an appointment, it goes directly to you, Vance, right? To myself or to whoever. So nobody really wants to be tracked. We already hit on that, but it's like, the second that I want to contact somebody, at least I know who I'm gonna get.
Right.
Right.
And not some random, look, if one of my clients says I want to schedule a showing at 10 o'clock at night, I'm not calling them at 10 o'clock at night. But if we you can be damn sure I'm calling at 10 o'clock, right? So,
I love it. That's awesome. So what do you think that does for recruitment, for retention, for what it says about you as a brokerage, now kind of offering these tools right out of the gate to prepare, the agents to be able to have this kind of stuff to connect?
It's when I came into West Shores Realty, there was a feeling of it when I first met the owner of the company, Amir Al-Kayat.
Yeah.
It was a smaller company. We're about 150 agents, just opened our second office, and I came in as the development manager to help them start growing it and building it. And what we had started seeing was, as I started telling you, we're a flat fee brokerage. We're not a discount brokerage. As a flat fee brokerage, we allow our agents to invest in all their outside resources and all their advertising, their marketing, things to that effect. But when they come in, nobody wants to come into a less than brokerage, and what Amir and I had really kind of looked at was how do we create this big box feel in a boutique brokerage?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You get the app, you get the email, you get the website, you get the whole thing, all the support, but it's still run like a boutique, still run like that flat fee brokerage.
Wow.
And the app was just one of those, and another tool that we were able to throw on there that said, A, B, and C have it, so do we. But ours is branded to you. You don't have to pay extra for it. You don't have to do anything extra for it.
Wow.
It's yours.
Yeah, it's like that perception that like because we're a flat free brokerage that we just don't have as many tools to offer, and nothing can be further from the truth.
No.
Right? It's like
It's
one of those things where it's like, oh, you get this too, and you have all the training, and by the way, you also get an app that is specifically branded to you, where people are like, holy smokes, I get all of this too. It's like, I thought I was going to get half of this much for what I'm paying per deal.
Yeah.
Great.
And the training that you guys do is like top notch.
To talk about your recruiting, the funny thing is, somewhat established agents, a year or 2 years in the business, who've kind of sold a couple of deals, they come in and see everything and see the app and everything and what's being offered, and they go, whoa, this is amazing. A brand new agent doesn't know yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, in the recruiting, it's so vital to the business and the resources that a brokerage offers these days.
Yeah, that's cool. So I know a lot of real estate agents are starting to promote themselves on social media, or already do. Maurice, we love following you on social media. You're so fun to follow along with. What are some of the cool ways that you promote your app on social media, or kind of step outside the box a little bit more to kind of lead gen?
Well, for me, I like to have a good time with social media. I think, it's really easy for you to sort of fall into the world of like the voiceover stuff and like the lip syncing stuff and like how that's what people are scrolling. Right. But what I love about it is that like if I can figure out a way to funnel that initial app share, right? So like if I'm competing against a ton of other influencers, if I'm figuring out a way to get people to stay on my page a little longer, then I'm succeeding, right? Mm-hmm. So if you are on my page, and then by the way, you're also learning a little bit about real estate, and then you downloaded my app, boom, that's the trifecta, right? So ultimately for me, it's about trying to have fun, but also to still be informative. And let's say if I'm a homeowner over in Redondo Beach and I want to know what Bob and Sue's house sold for down the street, you download the app and then within 5 minutes, right? So for me, it's just finding a way to incorporates real estate information with trying to be entertaining, right? Because
the data is there in the app.
it's there for sure. Like I try not to be a boring guy. Because here's the deal.
I know,
If you're like, you're really boring.
Yeah, it can get kind of dry. So if you can have a good time and you can still be informative, then that's the devil for sure.
I love that. That's really great advice. Yeah, because sometimes you can get into the trap of just like sold or just listed, which is great and it shows your success. But
you do.
No, I mean put those wins out there. Definitely not.
Just listed outweighs the voiceover every time.
Yeah, for sure. But the algorithm is not going to reward you all that while you're doing, right?
Yeah.
Our biggest issue that we deal with every day is getting people to connect. And how do you do that? And I talk to people about it all the time. And everybody's social media channel is programmed to their position. All right, whether or not it's some people want to have informative, some people just want to have goofy, some people just want house porn, whatever it is.
Sure.
You start deciding what your programming looks like, and from there, that's when you can start pulling in your audience and shaping it to that.
Yeah.
So.
Kind of seeing what people respond to, trying out what your thing is, and then kind of building from there. Yeah,
and finding your voice within the market.
Yeah, and you kind of just got to do a little trial and error too, right? Like see what sticks and lean towards that or that kind of thing. So I know everyone is talking about a shifting market or what's happening right now. Is the sky falling? What are each one of you doing to kind of get ahead of 2023? And what are you doing as a brokerage and a company to implement some stuff to kind of get ahead of that New Year's resolution type thing and prepare for the new year?
And it's funny you bring that up, Rachel, because Monday I spoke for 45 minutes about that.
Oh my gosh, you got it then. You got it.
Yeah, it was actually, and quite honestly, really what I kind of positioned myself to say on Monday was, why wait till January to start your New Year's resolutions? Why not start right now?
Yeah.
Right. It's November 1st, tomorrow.
Yeah.
What do you plan on doing on January 1st? Start it today. And let's see where you are in January. That said, that's just kind of positioning. But as a brokerage, what are we doing? We have implemented accountability sessions with our broker. So every week our broker is going live and doing live brokerage accountability sessions.
Wow.
Really looking forward to seeing what those look like.
That's
and
to interject. I mean, the brokerage that I was with, sorry.
No, it's you, buddy.
Just thinking about it, like the place that I was with before, I think I talked to this guy maybe 10 times, the broker, like the guy who ran our shop.
Yeah.
And maybe 4 of those 10 times happened within the span of 2 weeks, and every single time he introduced himself to me. The dude just didn't know who I was. And I feel like I have a pretty recognizable.
I was gonna say, you're a memorable guy.
We try to talk to you. So to see Amir like get on an address and like actually do an accountability session.
He called me on Monday. He called me on Monday and said, "What do you think about this?" And before he was done telling me the idea, I already had it set up and done. Like, you're in, done, set up for the rest of the year. Right? Because people want to interact with the broker. They want to interact with the people within the company that they can't see every day. Especially in today's world, where most people aren't even coming into offices anymore. 500 people in our office. I got 200 people out of this office alone. I got 4 or 5 people in here today. Yeah. And that's just the way it works. We're selling a bunch of real estate, which is great. But the offices, and I think that I'd love to know if that's national. I believe it is. But the office is not seeing the same attendance in them. So we're reaching out to them and really, where are you going? Where are you? We'll come get you. And And
I think that speaks volumes about your brokerage, your broker, And even just when I started with you guys, you know, incorporating the tools, providing more to your agents, doing those things so that they feel supportive, and then that trickles down to the success of sales, of, you know, them having these lifelong clients, and you know, it plays into the greater good and whole of the brokerage.
It really does. I mean, every aspect, every tool that we can add to the brokerage, it just adds to the fabric of what we are, what we can offer, and really the West Shore's agent experience. And the app is simply another tool in our belt that is absolutely invaluable.
Yeah. Plus, it helps to see the higher ups using the app all the time, right? Like, you know, the agents in my office see me promote the app, like almost every time that I address them. So, or if you go on to my page, then you can see, you know, I'm like, hey, you know, download the app, you know, link in bio, blah blah blah, all the same, you know, language. But if you see Amir using it, yourself, myself, you know, all the other DMs,
maybe I should use it too, right? Now,
exactly.
next week, Rach, you're gonna love this. Next weekend, we're doing a video class, and we're gonna teach agents to shoot a quick 30-second Instagram and, you know, real Facebook video, things to that effect. And we are doing it all on the West Shore's app.
Yeah.
I love that. That is awesome. That is awesome. Well, because like Maurice was saying, it's something that you can talk about, that it's a lead gen tool, but it's fun. It's interactive. You know, don't take yourself so seriously. That's an awesome idea. I'm super excited to see how all those videos come out. So you'll have to keep me posted.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're probably gonna be for sure. Yeah. She's like, wait a minute. Email country.
So awesome. Any last bits of advice that you guys would put out there to you know, brokerage leaders like yourself, or maybe agents just starting out, to take advantage of these tools that the brokerage provides to you? They're there, use them, you know, that kind of thing.
I would say probably just honestly just start using it, right? And just start getting it out there. One of the ways that I use the app is I love the push notifications, right? So like if I have a new listing, every single one of the users that's connected or downloaded my app finds out about it, whether they're in that area or in that niche or looking for that house or not. So it's just a really good way, another tool for you to stay connected with your circle, right? Like the people.
Yeah.
So maybe it's not as formal as an email, maybe it's not as formal as like a phone conversation, but it's like another way for you to touch someone. And for any brand new agent starting out, they always go, where do I find the leads? And that's like the people you talk to, right? And so if you can do one really quick thing to reach out and touch someone and say, hey, you know, my name's Mo, I'm still here. Saw you looking at a house, or hey, my name's Mo, I'm, you know, blah, blah, blah. I have this listing coming up over in Hermosa Beach. It's just another really cool way to keep reminding people that you sell houses, because ultimately that's what we have to do, and that's where you get your business from. So if you are a brand new agent, I would say figure out a way to continue to stay in front of people. And this is just a really, really easy touch that you can do, that you can incorporate in your daily stuff.
Yeah.
As a new agent, I can speak on a brokerage level as far as the app is concerned. With offering this to your agents is it's an ability to give an agent this tool that they can go out and use today. Like exactly what Mo was saying, like they can start sharing this thing immediately with all their friends, family. Hey, this is what I'm doing. This is who I am. All of a sudden, it elevates them immediately. They have a personal branded app. They started with this company yesterday. What else are they doing? We have brochures and marketing things for them that they can put together. It just gives an agent something else to talk about. Yeah. And right now, in our world, it's all about communication. It's about talking, sharing our technology with people, and if they feel that this is going to be a benefit to them, they're going to use it. Yeah. And they're going to thank you for it. And the biggest problem though is that we all have is the tool is only good if you take it out of the box. Exactly. So just having the app, that's great, but you got to use it. You got to know it. You got to use it. You got to know it. You got to use it. And quite frankly, I don't know if you're not using an app. I don't really know what you're doing,
because it's like that immediate like notification. Like you just, as soon as someone downloads the app and starts using it, you kind of know that they're thinking about buying a house.
They're serious.
Yeah, they could be,
Yeah.
it could be like a year or 18 months down the line, but if they're searching every day, you know, like right away, right? It's a really good way for you to know who to spend more of your time with. Because otherwise, you're a dead horse, and they're not anybody who's serious about buying or selling or whatever else. So you know pretty much right away. So
You identify your A, your B, and C leads,
Yeah.
and know how to, and you then know how to follow up with them.
yeah, there's nothing else we can use to do that. Like you can, I mean, you have a phone conversation with somebody and they say, yeah, I might be willing to move in like 8 months, and then 8 months comes and that turns into another year and a half. You're like, there's no way to know. But like if someone's using the app every single day, you're like, I think I might have something here.
Yeah.
Well,
And probably if they're not using your app, they're going to be using someone else's.
they
Right?
That's it. If they're not on yours, they're using someone else's,
Yeah.
and unfortunately, they're probably using one of two, and both are just trying to take our clients from us and put them. So I mean, it's crazy though to allow your clients that we work so hard for to be proselytized every day that they're looking for a home.
And then too, right? Because all the information gets told like almost right away. So it's like, you're not looking out for any of nobody's interests.
No.
Really.
Yeah. So you want to keep it in the ecosystem, keep it in the brokerage, keep it in the family. And I think the app helps you guys do that.
It's just another way that we, keeps everybody in our orbit and doesn't allow them to kind of stray on.
Yeah. Well, awesome, guys. Thank you so much for sharing all of this amazing information with us from your perspective and the point of view of the brokerage. This was really great to get. Anything else you guys want to share? If not, we can follow Vance on Instagram, Facebook, right? Where can everybody find you?
Instagram and Facebook at Vance Mizzi, and if anybody has any questions, they can always email me at vancemizzi@gmail.com.
Awesome. Maurice, where can we find you and follow you?
I'm on IG quite a bit, Maurice Johnson _realtor, same with Facebook, same with LinkedIn. It's pretty much the same across the board. Maurice Johnson Realty at gmail.com. If you guys are interested in finding out anything about how to be more successful or how to use the app, or if you're just looking to buy or sell, get Vance and myself on the line.
We're here to help.
Awesome, guys. Thanks again for being here today, and happy apping, everybody.
Hey, you're well. Thanks.
See ya.